Alright, so this is a super fast intermission. I know in this video I stutter a lot. I would just like to apologize for that because I was a bit sick and I didn't really know what the fuck I was saying. I was just trying to go with the flow because, I got yelled at, man. I mean, you know what happened in the video. I don't have to explain what happened in the video. And pretty much I also want to say that Anthem is a broken game. It's fundamentally garbage. And it's filled with bugs. It's repetitive. The story is garbage. The mission structure is terrible. The strongholds are all recycled and boring as fuck. The Tyrant Mine is the only stronghold that doesn't use a recycled boss for the ending. The end game is terrible. The loot in the game is terrible. There are no unique drops. Every gun is essentially the exact same model of each gun, except it has different color palettes for Masterworks. There's no gear difference or any other. There's no difference in gear or armor sets or anything of that nature. There's only one armor set that you can get from coins, and there's another armor set that you can get for buying a special version of the game, which then means you have to spend more money for the game. And on top of that, the contracts are super tedious and super grindy for minimal reward, and most of the time, why would you even waste your time doing those contracts when you could have just farmed the strongholds or done free play? But then even then, free play is super boring and dumb, and who the fuck wants to sit there and do a boring ass fucking free play session just to get some garbage ass gun that is probably not even gonna have stat rules that fucking work correctly. On top of that, past Grandmaster 3, your Javelin's abilities pretty much become useless, and your guns become way more viable sources of DPS than your Javelin's abilities, which then completely contradict the idea of Javelins in the game, because Javelins is supposed to be the only innovation that the game really has. For example, Warframe has Warframes, Destiny has Guardians, Division has Division Agent Tech, and Anthem has Javelins. So what is the point of having your guns do way more damage output than your javelin abilities when your javelin is supposed to be like the main fucking piece of the game. Right? That makes no sense. On top of that, the open world of the game is completely dull. It's completely boring. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing to explore. The wildlife is barely there. Of course, you do see some wildlife running around here and there, but nowhere near as what they shown in the trailer. On top of that, to get into the trailer, they lied about what was going to be in the game. They said everything was going to be in all real time. It's not. You have to pretty much go on the loading screen for every single thing. In Destiny, for example, excuse me. In Destiny, for example, you could go while in patrol or while in crucible or while in any activity. You, as soon as you get a piece of gear, as soon as you get even a fucking color, even a weapon part, anything, you could press options and have the entire menu for your character. You could have a roster of your friends. You could look at your friends. You could look at your weapons. You could inspect your weapons. You could read the lore about your weapons. You could read lore. You could do so many things on Destiny just off of your character menu. You did not have to leave the session, go back into the tower, from the tower go to the forge, or go leave the session and then from there go to the forge. No, on top of that, the NPCs are super boring. Most of the armor sets in the game that are already in the game are being locked off behind a paywall that you have to pay in the item shop when they come out with that bullshit, and that's gonna probably be $20. So pretty much you're gonna have to pay $20 for fucking armor in a looter shooter game. That is fucking ridiculous. And this is just me giving some of the things wrong with the game. The game has so many problems that it's beyond fixable at this point. Anthem is done for. It's dead. Now, of course, if anybody enjoys the game, if anybody likes the game, if anybody finds the game fun, that's fine. But that doesn't mean that you can attack people for criticizing the game. The game is ass. Just fucking face it. Just admit that you like an ass game. Nobody's gonna make fun of you for playing a shitty game. Believe me, I am one of the most diehard Destiny fans there ever is. I have every Destiny fucking weapon. I have everything. Every armor set, every shader, every fucking piece of... I have every fucking emblem, every ship, every sparrow, everything. Alright? And that game is a fucking meme. And I don't go crazy because people want to shit on it. But if you're gonna shit on a game, at least have reason. And when there's actual reasons as to why Anthem is garbage, then you shouldn't just attack people and call them a hater for criticizing a game that is fundamentally flawed. Flawed. That's fucking ridiculous. And that's what happened here. This guy, told me to play the game, and I told him the game is terrible. What does he do? He fucking starts to attack me. What that mob mentality is fucking ridiculous, man. The game is bad. That's it. Stop crying.